really is the fourth. Hi, everyone. My name is Sherry Sharman. Happy March. We are recording this call because a lot of people are traveling or have things going on so that we get this recording to them as soon as possible. And we're just really happy to have you on our call. We are going to be introducing to you something that literally changed my life almost 40 years ago. I look back and I think back in 1987, I was introduced by a friend, which if you're a guest, you've been invited by a guest because we don't put out like advertisements or anything like this, and you don't have to send a resume in. We just introduce this to our friends and family, and we show you what we're doing, and you make a choice. And I made the choice to get started in building a sales team back then. And prior to that, I was a Montessori preschool teacher. And if I loved teaching children and being with kids and all that, but I just couldn't afford as a single mom to be able to continue doing that. And when a friend introduced this to me, it literally changed my life. I went from being extremely broke to be able to living a lifestyle beyond my wildest dreams. So if you're on, just sit back, relax, and enjoy what we're about to share with you, because I have the absolute pleasure of introducing to you someone who was actually one of my students when he was in his early 20s. And to be able to see the development and the progress that he has had through his life of not only being one of the top people in our industry, but he is one of the finest teachers and trainers I've seen in this industry, in the sense of teaching people how to have the success principles to become successful. And he is an amazing husband, father, friend, business partner, and I'm excited to introduce to you Muzaffar Najfi.
Thank you. Happy Saturday, everybody, and happy birthday month, Sherry Sharman. I'm so excited, and and I'm going to say this because she says this, but she is turning 72. You don't even look 72. Like it's absolutely amazing, and it's so I'm going to also say this: happy birthday, Mama, because she's like my second mom. And when she said a lot of the kind words, you got to understand, it's more than a friendship in like a son mom type relationship for me. She's been a mentor. She's known me since I was in my 20s, and she guided me in so many different areas in this business, in this profession. She even helped me and my wife when we had some tough times in our life, not as husband and wife, but everybody has challenges. And the person that was there for us was Sherry. And I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so honored that when you saw this company and you saw what we're doing, you made a decision to say yes. And so thank you for that. And thank you for the introduction. And so we're going to go through a company. Listen, your friend or family member or business partner, somebody said, you have to see this. And maybe they said, we're going to travel the world together. And you just got curious and you jumped on this Zoom. Maybe they said, we're going to make money. Maybe they said, we're going to travel and make money. Maybe they said something else. I have no idea. Either way, you're on here. So we might as well have fun. It's Saturday. It's March 1st. My name is Muzaffar, and it was really special for the kind things that Sherry said. I'll tell you, the best part of me is my wife and two daughters. And I'm so grateful every day for them. And what I'll tell you is, before any of that happened, before my marriage, before my children, before this business, I grew up in Minnesota, and English was my second language. My dad is from East Africa. My mom is Middle Eastern. So that's a crazy mix in itself. And I was told my whole life, because my dad worked in a factory, my mom worked a job at a bank, and together they made $30,000 a year. So we grew up in the inner city. I never had money as a kid. Like my whole life, I spent hearing, no, we can't afford it. No, not now. No, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. No, are you crazy? Like those are the things that I heard because we just didn't have money. And I want you to understand that for me, it wasn't about the money itself. It was about the quality of life. And we grew up in a unique situation. So I wanted to get out. I had external fires and internal fires that drove me. And I had an opportunity to go to college and play football. And I thought I was going to become a pro. In my senior year, I tore everything in my right knee, my ACL, MCL, and PCL ligament. And my dreams of being a professional football player and retiring my mom was all taken from me. And and I'll never forget when my friend called me. Like I saw somebody in the chat that said that they're a guest of Gemma's, for example, which welcome to you, right? And Gemma is someone that is a friend of a friend that I've briefly had a chance to meet, but she seems like a wonderful lady. And Sherry and Jennifer say amazing things about you, Gemma. So welcome to the community. But so you were invited by your friend Gemma. I was invited by my friend that picked me up, and we didn't do a Zoom because it was a long time ago. There were no Zooms. But my friend picked me up and took me to a meeting. And I met a guy that, and this, again, this was my story. I met a guy that was making $12,000 a month, and I was making $2,500 a month. Now, $12,000 a month may not seem like a lot of money to some of you. For me, it was a whole lot. Like, it was life-changing for me and my family. And I just wanted to know what he did. And when he told me the information, I was blown away. And he said, you've got to go see our company. That company that I got involved with, and this was back in 19. Now, when you start with 19, you know it's a long time ago. 1995. Oh, man, can't believe it. 1995. It's 30 years, Sherry. And so I went to the very first training convention for me. This company had 13,000 people there. 13,000. This company was #1 on Inc. 500's privately held company list, and they were #1. They grew at 35,000% growth. And I remember sitting in this like event with 13,000 people, and I had the furthest seat in the back. I think my ticket number was 13,000. But the point is that when the lights went out and they introduced a co-founder of that company and the #1 income earner, it was a lady named Sherry Sharman. And I want you to understand that not only did she co-found the fastest growing privately held company in America at that time, since then, she's developed multiple businesses and created success a lot of places she goes. And if you were on at the beginning of this Zoom and you saw her energy and you felt her energy and her happiness, I want you to understand that that's who she is. That's who I've known for over 20 years of my life. Like, you got to know something, that her energy is what's created success for her, amongst intelligence, amongst work ethic, amongst everything else. But when I called her and said, I really want you to see Viago, and this is the company that your friend was probably telling you about, you have to see this. When I called Sherry, she had just invested $1.5 million in another franchise. And I was like nervous, like, you know, she's invested money. She married the love of her life. She's got grandchildren. She's taking care of her mom, who's 92. By the way, her mom doesn't look 92, and she just had her 92nd birthday. And so all of this is going on in Sherry's life. I said, either way, I'm going to show it to her. And one of two things are going to happen. Either she's going to love what I love, and we'll talk about being business partners, or she may have some connections that will help me jumpstart Viago. So if you're here as a friend of someone, they're thinking the same thing. #1, they're going, I want you to see what I see. And if you like what I love, then we can partner together on this. That's probably what your friend is thinking. Or #2, because you're friends, this is what they're thinking. I love this. And even if it's not right for you, you may know people that will help us jumpstart Viago. Right now, this company was created over the last few years between a handful of business partners. So I'm honored to be partnered with some incredible people. My business partner, who's our CEO, his name is Isaac. Isaac started a skincare company that opened 900 stores in 40 countries. And his partner was L'Oreal. It was a luxury skincare brand. My other partner, Eddie Head, and his business partners created the largest travel club in the world with millions upon millions of members. We all came together after COVID. And we had this meeting of the minds and said, if we could do it all over again, what would we do? How would we make it better? What would we do differently? And we started creating this wish list. And that's how Viago was born. We talked about a membership. We talked about lifestyle. We talked about a community. We talked about culture. We talked about giving. We talked about a real win-win. We started saying, what would that look like? And that's how this company was born. And we started creating this membership I'm going to show you today, and we tested it, and it worked. And then we had to fix a few things, and we had to add a few things. And last July, we did a pre-launch, and my goodness, did things take off. In October, we did a launch, and that's when I called my mentor and my second mom, right? That's when I called Sherry, and I said, you have to see this. And by the way, I sound all professional. Like that's how I said it. That's not how I said it. I was so nervous when I called her. I think I messed up everything on the phone. Like I vomited on the phone. Sorry to give you a bad visual. I didn't physically vomit, but like with words, like I said, all of these things that I probably shouldn't have said. And to Sherry's credit, she said, when I was done, she said, Muzaffar, as long as I know you have your hand as a part of this, she said, I'm open. I'll take a look. And I was blown away. And this is what I showed her. I showed her Viago. Via means the way, the path, and go means to go. And we created this membership that's incredible. And I got to tell you, some amazing people have come together, opened their Rolodex to connect contacts and people to us, to put this benefits, like this membership program together. See, everything's headed to a subscription model. Apple has a subscription, Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, they all have subscriptions, right? Like even software today, they won't let you buy the software. They want you to have a subscription. Your cell phone is a subscription, like you're paying every month for something, a gym membership. So we created a lifestyle club, a lifestyle club. Yes, travel is a part of it. Why? Because people want to travel. Listen, today is Saturday. Do yourself a favor. Ask two people today, hey, if time and money were not an issue in your life, what would you do more of? Just ask that question. And look, I have a guarantee, but like, I believe that either answer number 1, 2, or 3 will be, I would travel more. Normally it's number 1, just so you know. Most people go, I would travel more. I want to see the world. And so the reason why they don't is time and money. So part 1 of our membership is access to a booking portal that's yours. You know, like when you get Netflix, you get a username and password and entrance in to their portal. Same thing with us. The minute you become a Viago, like a Club Viago member, you get a username and password that you create, and you get access in, and it's now your website. And all you got to do is put your name on it. This is yours. And you'll have access to unlimited wholesale travel. Wholesale. Let me explain. Priceline and Expedia, they actually get wholesale travel. If you can see my video camera, you can see my hands, right? So this bottom one is wholesale. This is the price that they mark it up to and sell it to the public. This is the retail price up here. So this is a price that you see. What we do is we don't sell travel. We signed a contract to get wholesale, and we just give it to you. We just give you that. So I'm going to show it to you. This is an example. This is Las Vegas, right? $149 is the public price, which is Priceline and Expedia. Ours is $101, which is a 33% savings. This right here is Miami. Listen, I go to Miami all the time on business, and I travel around for business, for personal, but when you can save 37%, 34%, New York, 57%, Puerto Vallarta, 73%. I was just in Argentina. I saved over 50%. I was in Colombia and I stayed at the Grand Hyatt and I saved, oh my gosh, it was 270 something and I paid 139. 2 days ago, I was in Los Angeles on Thursday and Friday, and we did an amazing presentation. I drove down to Orange County, and some people are like, why didn't you fly into Orange County? I have a restaurant I love in LA. So I flew into LA, and then I had a meeting Friday morning in LA. Anyways, that's my personal itinerary. But I drove down to Orange County for this incredible presentation for a wonderful business partner of ours. And they were amazing people, by the way. And when we talked about this, like when you look at saving money everywhere you go around the world, my grandmother used to say that a penny saved is a penny earned. Like it's not only how much you make, because how much you make is important, but it's also how much you keep, right? And so, oh, by the way, let me finish the LA story. I stayed at the Hilton. The Hilton was $274. Hilton LAX. I paid $150, and I paid $150 after taxes. After taxes, just so you know. So this is category number one, which is a booking engine that you can go to. So you'll go to clubviago.com. You will type in your username and password. Bam, Open Sesame will be your booking portal. And you can use it for hotels, car rentals, flights, everything. Now, flights are FAA regulated. So most of the sites that are out there will have similar pricing on flights. All the other stuff, we have a significant savings, just so you know. Category number two is our VIP escapes. VIP, very important person. That's who you are. And you better believe that, because God makes no junk. We were born on purpose, and we were born to live, not to exist. So many people wake up on Monday and it's I owe, so off to work I go. And then Wednesday's hump day, and then Friday is like they just got out of jail. And the fact is that that's not living, that's existing. And people sit there for hours because they have no choice. You are a very important person. So we created these escapes for you to go see this beautiful world God created. And I want you to go and enjoy life. Don't just look at life through the eyes of other people on Instagram or TikTok. Go live life, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 4-diamond property in Mexico. This is 5 days, 4 nights at a 4-diamond property. I'm just saying. Included is round-trip airport transfer. So that's from the airport to the resort back to the airport. A welcome reception, all inclusive. Like a sunset cruise is included. A phone party, a host. Like, do you know how nice it is when somebody's sitting there going, "Welcome to Fantasy Island"? Okay, I'm just kidding. I remember, do you guys remember do y'all remember like Fantasy Island and Tattoo, the little dude, right? Anyways, the point is, it's nice when somebody's there welcoming you. This trip normally is $1,700 without flights. With us, it's $850, but it gets better. And people are going, well, Muzaffar, $850 is already 50% off. How do you make it better? We have our own reward points. Now, I want to be very proactive in this conversation of reward points. In our booking engine, the last thing I showed you, when flights, hotels, car rentals, and you can go search and travel anywhere, anytime, and save money, that thing, they have reward credits in there that will give you access to free travel. The more you spend, the more credits you build up. This is reward points, Viago points, that I'm going to share with you, which is another one. It's a separate one. It's one that we created. This one right here, we give you 600 points when you become a member immediately. And by the way, 1 point equals $1. And you can use some of those points on these reward escape trips. So there's 2 categories you can use these points on. This is one of them. So check this out. Instead of $850, you're paying $700. Look at this trip. Instead of paying $575, which is lower than what's called the bar rate, the best available rate. That's like a travel industry term, bar. What's the bar price? That's a travel industry term. And $575 is almost 40% lower than that bar rate. And you get it with points down to $475. Listen, this is Dubai, $539. This is another Dubai trip, like $450. This is Spain, Costa Rica, South Africa, Thailand. By the way, Dubai, there's a lot of people that have already landed. That trip is sold out, by the way. It's happening. It's happening right now. Like my best friend just got there. He played in the NFL for 9 years. And he was at Muzaffar. I had timeshares I spent so much money on. I'd rather be with Club Viago. Then he saw the business side that I'm about to show you. Then he saw all the trips. Then he saw the community. And he's like, look, man, I'm a retired NFL player. He goes, I've made money, but I love community. And, anyone wants to earn a second income. And he's got his retirement from the NFL, and he's now building a Viago business. He's in Dubai right now. Sherry and her husband are flying to Dubai tomorrow. My friend and business partner that's in the Philippines, by the way, we're open in the Philippines, but he's flying to Dubai on Monday. Like, I just want you guys to know, we have so many trips: South Africa, Thailand, Greece. There's like Mexico, Turkey. There's so much. Anyways, category number 3 is our telemedicine and healthcare. Telemed, I use it. I'm in love with it because I have daughters and they get sick because they go to school. Like, do you understand? Like, if you have kids that go to school, they're going to get sick. It's just sad, but it's just how it is. And so my daughter had 102.5 degree temp. She was shaking, shivering, and she came back. All I did was go on, book an appointment. They called me in 2 minutes and they sent her medicine to the pharmacy. I didn't have to go to urgent care. I didn't have to do it. Like, it was amazing. I loved it. Some people don't have insurance. This has become their best friend. The other thing is other people that do have insurance, guess what? We're partnered with an insurance company. They're their own underwriter. They'll save you 20 to 60% on your health insurance premiums because you're a Club Viago member. There's so much. So let's start talking about savings. Savings, 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 right? Do you understand that most people don't save? I was talking to a financial planner and they were saying, Muzaffar, I have to help people plan for a vacation at retirement because they're not taking vacation. Do you know that the average employee in the United States of America gets 15 vacation days? And do you know that the average person only uses 6 of those days? Only 6. And the reason is that most people don't have access to luxury vacations at affordable prices. And to even design something takes so much time that people just sit home. So I want you to know this membership is for everyone. And this part right here saves you a minimum of $4,000 a year if you use it. Here's what you got to understand. There's a million retailers. I can't put them all on a slide. But if you use this, you will find things that you will go, oh my goodness. I'll give you an example. AMC movie theaters. And like friends of mine, instead of spending $60 for the movies, they spend $30. And you're going, well, 30, that's not a lot of money. Listen, it's just an everyday thing. What if you go to Six Flags or SeaWorld, or if you buy something from Sunglass Hut, or you get DoorDash, or do you have pets? Listen, it's even more than that. My friend bought a car and got a big rebate. Okay, Muzaffar, I'm not buying a car every month. What are you doing every month? I guarantee you that things that you do every month is in here. It's in here. So I had a friend that's a member with Club Viago called me a week ago and said, Muzaffar, I saved $2,300 on my car insurance. I said, what? How? Like, how? He said, I went to Member Deals, which is this. Like, I logged in, went to Member Deals, went to Shopping Deals, clicked all, went to insurance and protective category. He said, and I did a quote on the insurance, and it was my same insurance company. He goes, and listen, even if, I think he changed, like either one. But the point is that he had multiple cars and a motorcycle, and he saved $2,300. Another lady, her and her husband saved $2,600. Then I had somebody that said, Muzaffar, I don't have multiple anything. I have one car. And they saved $600 for the year. Do you understand that $600 for the year is a lot of money? But it's just one thing. And there's events. Like my wife and I like going on date night to like comedy shows or just shows. And I had a friend of a friend that went to a U2 concert, and instead of spending $2,400 for the floor seat, because of us, they spent $600. I had another friend that went to an NBA game and saved 60%. I have someone that went to an F1 Formula Racing and saved like 70% on the ticket. There's a lot here, a lot. And I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm trying to give you a picture of the value inside of this membership. The next category is access to nutrition and skincare that are luxury products because they're high end, that you can't get other places, that you're getting at a discount from retail, but you can also use your Viago points to bring the price down even further. So let's recap. Here's the recap. 6 different categories, all inside one membership. And it's growing. There's more categories coming. This is only the beginning. And this membership, the setup fee is minimal. So the one-time setup fee is $450 for the membership. However, we give you $600 that you can use in 2 different areas. Think about that. So you do $450 and we give you $600. It's funny, but I met a wonderful lady named Jennifer Murphy, and Jen was like, you know, Muzaffar, it's almost like I'm depositing money into my own kind of travel and membership savings account. It's not, I'm not even buying something. It's just money going into a savings account in a way. That's her mindset. And I loved her mindset. And I want you to understand that the setup is one time and you get 600 points that you can use immediately. Then it's $99 a month to maintain this membership. But guess what? We give you 100 points every month. It's funny. My wife set up a website with a new platform and there was a setup fee. It was like $300 and some dollars. It was almost 400. And I go, sweetheart, what did we get for it? And she looked at me going, what do you mean? I go, what did we get for the 400? She goes, access to set up a website. I go, I get it. But did they give us like any type of rewards? And my wife looked at me going, no, it's not Viago. She goes, sweetheart, everything is not Viago in life, but it should be, in my opinion, because guess what? I have one even better than that. What do you get for paying your cell phone bill 12 months in a row consecutively? What do you get for paying your gym membership 12 months in a row consecutively? What do you get for paying your Netflix bill 12 months in a row consecutively? I can go on and on because the answer is going to be another bill. That's what most people get. Here, you get a gift for being loyal. Like, loyalty is underrated, in my opinion. Like it should be valued more by companies. Like, I believe that we should reward people for being loyal. And that's what we do. 12 months of consistent membership. You'll either get a vacation as a gift or you can get 1,000 more Viago points. How many of y'all are mathing the math? 600 to begin, 100 every month. 12 months later, you're at 1,800 plus an extra 1,000. That's 2,800 points. 1 point equals $1. It's time for you to live life amplified every day, everywhere. Now, I hope you're thinking like me, because I thought of my best friends. Who do I want to travel with and make money with? Who do I want to travel with and make money with? Who do I want to travel with and make money with? Who do I want to help? Who do I want to have save money? Who do I know that has pets? Who do I know that wishes that they could do more? Who do I know that needs to see the world? Who do I know that I would want a part of my community? And I became an ambassador of Viago. And what they gave me was a whole ambassador business system. So what I got was websites, software, a back office that tracks everything. Because I started thinking about people inside the US and outside of the US. Today, I have a team in 40 countries that are a part of Viago, that are members and ambassadors in 40 countries. And I don't have to have a pen and paper and keep track of everything because our software does. We spent millions on this software. And you get the software for $49. And then every year to maintain your business registration and keep the ABS system, it's $99, which is so minimal to run a multi-million-dollar business. That's how I look at this. Now, there's 5 ways we get paid. 5. I used to get paid one way. If I worked, I made money. If I didn't work, I didn't make money. That's how I used to get paid. It was called crappy. Have any of y'all heard of that style of pay? Not fun. I'm just saying. I got paid one way. Here, I get paid 5 ways. Let me show you 2 out of the 5 just to keep it simple for today. The first is a direct bonus. So when you introduce somebody, and I tell people, listen, if you don't talk to the people that you know, somebody else will. So I started thinking of mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa. Like, I'm like, everybody needs Viago. Everybody does. Just so you understand. So when you introduce somebody and they become a member, you earn $100. So my brain said, if I bring 5, that's 500. If I bring 10, that's 1,000. There's no limit. You can bring as many as you want. In any of the countries that we're open in, Sherry and I have a friend. His name is Stevie B. Sounds like a musical artist, doesn't it? Like Stevie B. Like that just sounds like he does music, but he's a business guy. And he just got started. He already introduced somebody in India. We're starting a pre-launch campaign in India. He introduced somebody in the Philippines. He's obviously introduced people in the US. Let me continue. 6. When you bring 6 personal people, not only do you earn $600, but guess what? Your membership starting the next month after you finished 6, your membership is now free every month. Every month. My motto is, if it's free, it's me. So let me explain this. What if it took you 6 months? You found 1 person a month. You kept your membership every month. And on the 6th month, you found your 6th person. Starting month 7, you have no more membership fees. Your membership is now free. But guess what? We still give you the 100 points. The 100 points is still yours. And when 12 months is finished, you still get a gift, even though you're not paying the $99. So you started with a $450 situation, but you've already earned $600. And now your membership is free. And guess what? When you start introducing people, they're going to want to get their 6. So let's talk residual. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Like, how many of y'all would sleep better at night if you knew that the minute you close your eyes, that an income is being generated for you? So when you wake up in the morning, you made more than you did the day before. Like, that to me is exciting. So what we do is we build teams. We build teams. So some people become a member, others become ambassadors. When they become an ambassador, because you introduce them, they're a part of your team. And we build 2 teams. And I know all of you know more than 2 people. So guess what? When you introduce 1 person, they'll go on a left team. Another person will go on a right team. And then when you bring a 3rd person, they will go underneath and help one of the first people you brought. So like, I think of Sherry, she brought 6 immediately. She put some on her left team and some on her right team. And her teams are growing really, really fast. So when you get to 5 on your left and 5 on your right, you're earning a residual because everybody's paying their $99. And you're earning $50 a month. When it gets to 10-10, you're at $200 a month. Do you know how it goes from 5-5 to 10-10? Everybody wants to get their 6. So they're going to start introducing others. And everybody's connected to you. So let me show you. When you become a bronze ambassador, that's when you have 5 left, 5 right. A silver ambassador is 10 left, 10 right. You're now earning $200 a month. A gold ambassador is $500 a month. A sapphire is $1,000 a month. Do you know how many families would love an extra $500 to $1,000 a month? An emerald is $2,000 a month. A diamond is $5,000. Let me explain. Just stop and think about that one for a second. What if we spent the rest of 2025 this year helping you finish diamond? We did the presentations for you. We helped people understand Viago. All you did is connect the dots. And then when they get started, we help them, which helps you. Then we help their people's people, which helps them, which helps you. And by the end of the year, what if we helped you? What if we helped you finish diamond? Starting 2026, every month, you're earning a residual of $5,000 a month. Would it be worth it to be a part of a few of these Zooms, to do presentations, to introduce people, to hear no? Because you're going to hear no. Like, I always hear no. And I don't understand. but I just go, thank you. And I work with the yeses. But look at it, it goes all the way up to blue diamond, red diamond, but it's a lot of money. And there are people earning that here. But what we don't do is say, hey, when you sign up, you make money. We don't do that. We tell people you got to work. There is no get rich quick out there, just so you know. We will teach you and train you how to do this. And I just want to share something with you. We have live events, 3 that happen every year that are national events. So we have 3 in the US, 3 in Europe, and 3 in South America. Then we have regional trainings. Our next regional is happening next weekend, and I'm going to talk about that here in a second. What I want to do right now is just quickly have a couple people that are in our community that have been with Viago, that have had some results. And I see my friend Shar. And I know we have a lot of folks that are on here. And I'm just going to go to Shar real quickly. Shar, if you would tell your story and what's happened since you've gotten in Viago, I'd really appreciate it.
Hi, good morning, Muzaffar. Sherry, thanks for having me here today. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Great day, everyone, wherever you might be in the world. My name is Shar. I live in Scottsdale, Arizona when I'm not on a beach or a ship or something, an airplane somewhere in the world. Retired here about 18 years ago. Professionally, my background is trauma emergency medicine, where I practiced for a few decades there, retired military, and during that time raising a family and an Olympic athlete, training for the Olympics during the early part of that season. It was in that season of my life that I met one of our business partners here in this community that's here today, but didn't know back then, that was almost 20 years ago, that that would be the thread that would weave our lives together, how I would actually get to meet Muzaffar and Sherry, who started our Zoom off for us today. We just never know when we say yes, how that thread is going to make the tapestry of our life. And I'm super grateful that my childhood friend who is in this industry didn't judge my book by its cover. See, all those things I just shared were true, but back in that season, way back in the day, she also didn't know I had just been diagnosed with life-threatening cancer. And this was the industry that was going to help me navigate all of those things, including managing my heart language, my hopes and my dreams, and not losing sight of what's possible when you get around the right people in the right environment. So because of all of those relationships, I got a call from my direct business partner here in Viago a little while ago, and he was like, hey, we've got to talk. And I know that tone of voice. When your right friends posture up, you're like, hey, it's time to saddle up and shut thy trap and listen. I was like, oh, he's up to something good. And I don't want to miss that. And I'm super grateful because here in Viago, everything that Muzaffar has shared so far is true. I use my membership portal all the time. I save all this crazy money. I love to go to events and concerts and just buy groceries and do simple things and just help people. As a medical clinician, I love our Be Well and Health Share benefits. That alone, I wish I would have had my entire practice to give to every single one of my patient families, is worth everything that you've just seen so far and so much more, hands down for sure. On the business side of things, the brand ambassador, I love being a brand ambassador. Why wouldn't I? I'm leveraging something I'm already doing, and I get to turn into another stream of income to add to my military retirement income, which needs some help, by the way. I've referred at least 6, so my membership access is complimentary every single month. I've been on several of those escapes. I celebrated my birthday on the Bali escape this past November. I'm organizing a reunion escape, came home with the love of my life in our community from that escape. That was the biggest birthday present ever. I don't know what it's going to mean for you. I just know that I believe my life would be really different, or I may not even be here because I would have lost hope had all those years ago the right people that were the threads of the tapestry that's brought me to Viago wouldn't have opened their mouth and shared. I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Let's go, Viago. Thanks for letting me share.
Love it, Char. Great story. Thank you. And congratulations and happy belated birthday and happiness to your new relationship. Awesome. You had a lot that happened in Viago. Kathy, in Northern California, would you quickly share your story?
Yes, thank you so much. That's a tough one to follow. My heart is just so full with Shar's testimony. I want to sign up all over again. I'm really excited. The amazing Sherry Sharman, who's on this call, she takes my breath away with her inspiration and her personal development that she's helped many, many people, thousands of people. And when she called me in November, I was yes. I could not say no. There's no way. With this opportunity, I saw myself I am a single mom. I have 4 kids, and I don't think real estate is going to give me the retirement that I really need because I keep spending the money from all those sales of those houses. And I'm as good as my last deal, especially with 4 kids in college. And I am busy, and that could be an easy excuse. And I thought, I'm going to regret if I don't say no. And I'm not going to regret at my age, which I won't tell anybody. Sherry's braver than I am. I just don't want to regret anything. And so I said yes. I got my 6 in 4 days, and the membership is free. And I want to help people. This is helping people. It's not doing anything else but just blessing people. And I thank you so much for calling me, Sherry. Bless you too, Mazaffer. Thank you.
Thank you. And listen, and by the way, I know there are guys on here and they're like, is there only women that are on here? And no, that's not the case. There are guys that are creating success too. You know, there's a friend of Sherry's named Ricky that introduced 9 within 24 hours. And he's already finished bronze. If you guys remember, like the first one, which was 5'5", I mean, that was quick. There are so many different folks. Let's go and I'll show you something internationally. I'm going to share something with you guys. So this is happening tonight. We are doing a training for Japan, right? So this is for a team for this guy, Gaku-san, right here. And he is finishing 250 in Japan. I know that guy right there. All right. Anyways, the point is that there are people all over that are building this business, from Japan to the Philippines to the US, you know, and there's so many different stories, and I wish I could go through all of them. You know, there's a guy named Soda that's on here that runs a production business, and he's at Mazaffer. Every time I do a production for a seminar, I make money. And if I don't do production, I don't make money. And I've been doing production for you. And he's been watching Viago from the very beginning. And I'm happy that he got started as an ambassador, but it wasn't because of me. It was because of Sherry. It's like, I've been showing Soda this membership, and he's like, wow, it's amazing. Looks great. Sherry said, I'm stopping everything to do Viago. Soda goes, me too, right? That was funny. Anyways, the point is that we have so many different folks that are with us, and I'm going to wrap this up. Let me show you what's happening. So we've got trainings. I showed you the Japan one we're doing tonight. Well, it's tonight, US time. It's tomorrow. They live in the future, right? There's so many hours ahead of us, but it starts, I think 1 p.m., 2 p.m., something like that. 1 p.m. It starts 1 p.m. Japan time Sunday, which is 9 p.m. Saturday night here is when it starts. But we've got trainings in the US. We have an online training system. If you're on here right now, getting started is simple. It's the $450 plus the $49. Like when you talk about $500, I just divided that by 365 days. And my brain was like, it's a candy bar a day to have a business. Like really, if you think about it. But even more importantly, there's everything out there. I just heard of Chime that gives people $500 in 2 minutes. I heard of another one. I wrote it down, and it's just like everybody's going, hey, here you go. And I would always use other people's money to start a business. It's how my brain works. But right away, you get your 600 points, your website, your back office, everything. The timing of this. So your friend introduced you. This is your friend. So some of you are guests of somebody. When you join tonight, this is your position. It's yours. No one can take it away from you. And then when your friend introduces somebody else, they will go on your team. Talk about a win-win. There is truth to the early bird gets the worm. There really is. The only way that doesn't happen is if you give your position away, which means that you go, I'm going to wait. Because you saw it today. It was yours unless you decide to give it to somebody else. And your friend is going to introduce someone tonight or tomorrow, and they'll go here. And when you do get started, you'll go underneath, because we don't insert people. Even though you saw it first, you go in the next available spot. So the longer you wait, the further you're going to fall. Just don't wait. I'll tell you right now, getting started is simple. You can be an A, which was me, like I was ready, or you can be a B, which is someone that wants to be a customer, and we love our customers. Just C is someone that wants to wait and see. But so many of you have waited and seen things your whole life and missed out on opportunities. Opportunities are never lost. They just go to people that take advantage of them. And I'm excited that you guys are here. And I'm going to quickly turn this over to my dear friend and mentor. And Sherry, why did you say yes? You just invested $1.5 million into a franchise. You're spending time with your husband, your kids, your grandkids, your mom. Like, you have life. You have a lot going on. You've made millions. You've been retired. Why Viago? Why now? Thank you for being here, Sherry, and I'll turn it over to you to wrap things up.
Thank you so much, Muzaffar, and what a beautiful presentation you did. And I'm so excited that this call is actually international. And when you ask me why, it's this community. I've never in my life, and I hopefully you have it on gallery. If you're watching it on your phone, it's kind of hard to see. You can just swipe over and you can see all the people that are here from all over the world. And I love this community because everyone here is positive and they're motivated. They help each other. I mean, like Shar, jumping on the call for us and sharing her story. I mean, it's like there's people from all walks of life. We have policemen, we have firemen, we have doctors and lawyers and housewives and women that are successful business entrepreneurs. And we have on this call a gentleman who is a heavyweight champion boxer who actually has a lady on here today from Nigeria, Sylvia, who I wanted to do a shout out to you. Thank you for joining us. And when you ask me, it's the people. Yes, the financial part of this is unbelievable. But when you look at the changing people's lives, not just in your neighborhood, but in the world, introducing this business and that contact that Billy had it was through social media. You can start making friends around the world. And that's something that for all of you that are on here, think of the people that are in your social media. For me, I had so many friends that I wanted to share this with. I mean, I've got on this call, I've not only got friends and family on here, but people that I really believe can be successful in this industry. And that's why when I was in Las Vegas, Muzaffar, and I got to see it and feel it, that's why I'm encouraging everyone to come to Atlanta in May with us, because it's something you can't explain. A feeling. It's very hard to explain a feeling, that good feeling where you just know you're in the right place at the right time. And I'll never forget when I had an opportunity to meet the CEO, Isaac, and the president, Eddie, and just how real they were. They were really sincerely wanting to help people, and that's why your friend invited you on this call. And I believe that everybody on this call has the potential of being a black diamond. What if it takes you 5-10 years to do that, to be making $1 million a year plus. There are very few careers that you can go out there and have that type of potential unless you're, already have a lot of money to start with. So I'm loving Viago. I am loving that tomorrow I'm getting on a plane. My first time on Emirates Airline, going straight from LAX to Dubai, and being able to share that with my family. And this is what this is about. Viago family is something that I've never experienced in my career, almost 40 years in this industry. And I love it more today than I've ever loved it. And I said this last week, I am really having the time of my life. And the question you have to ask yourself, would you like to? And then you'll join us. And today's special. Saturday is my favorite day of the week because we actually do a training on how to get started. I recommend that if you are new in this business or if you've been around for a while, stick around and learn about how you can have a fast start. Today's the first day of March and be able to end the month at a higher rank to where you're not only making money, but you're helping people travel and see the world and all the wonderful benefits we have. So Muzaffar, thank you so much. And we're going to start the training now.
Absolutely. And to our new friend in Nigeria, and we have people on here from Africa. I want to show you my friend that's in Uganda, that just got promoted. He finished his new rank yesterday, and he is headed to Dubai. His name is Martin Indiho. And Martin started in November. So he started in November, and then he ended up finishing. He finished so in November he finished I think 10-10 in November, and then in December he finished 25-25. In January he finished 50-50, and in February he finished 100 square. And he's in Africa, where the membership is still growing and developing, and it's not where it is in the United States. But I want you guys to understand that, you know, Martin is just excited because the opportunity for our friends in Africa, in Europe, all over the place. So here's what I want all of you to know. We have some great things. Hopefully you guys can see my hand and see my screen. But if you're new, I'm going to share a couple things with you, how to get March off to a fast start. So let's talk about March. Okay, this is what March is. Just so you guys know, if anybody is confused about what March is, this is what March is right here. There you go. I knew that would make you smile, Sherry, right? This is
Smiling big time.
this is Sherry's birthday month. Let's just call it what it is, right? So if you want to give Sherry a birthday present, I'm going to promise you something right now. Sherry wants one thing from every single person in this community. And by the way, you are not all on her organization. Sherry believes in Viago, and she wants everyone to win. And she's got one goal. She listen, you know, some people go, no, don't get me a gift. No, Sherry's like, get me a gift. This is the gift that she wants. She wants all of you to finish your 6. So your membership is free. I promise you. This is what she wants. She wants all of you to have a free membership. That's it. If you want to give Sherry a birthday gift in the month of March, let's all of us go to work and help you have a free membership. You know what this will do for you as well? It'll put $600 in your pocket. Now, you don't have to buy Sherry anything. God bless her. She's got a lot, right? So, but the gift that she would love is for your membership to be free. That's what she wants. I know her. I know her better than most, right? So this is March right here. If you're brand new and you're going, I'm ready to get started, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to get together with the person that introduced you. And what they're going to do is they're going to help you get signed up, right? So there is a website, which is viagodirect.com. And you're going to get your own version of this, because there's a / and then it will be your name. For example, like I met Elizabeth on Thursday night, her and her wonderful daughter. And so the minute their application goes in the system, it will be viagodirect.com / Elizabeth Tristan, unless she wants a business name or unless she wants what have you. So how do you get started is you're going to get your application. You're going to get signed up through the person that introduced you, right? Because we always talk about you dance with the person that brought you. So you're going to get signed up with the person that introduced you. And then you're going to have your own viagodirect.com site. Now, what this does is when you get started, it gives you your Club Viago membership. It gives you your Club Viago membership, right? And you've already created a username and password for this, right? So you're good to go. Then there is a back office, which will be your My Viago Direct office. And we'll help you with all of this, right? We'll help you with all of this. So getting started is simple. It's getting started. You can't finish a race that you haven't started. And I'm telling all of you right now, this is going to be a powerful month. And not just because it's Sherry's birthday month. I'm going to tell you that there is a contest that is happening that I know that a lot of you are going to be excited about, and I'm going to share it today. Even though it's not officially been shared by corporate, I have the inside scoop. And today's the day I'm letting it out the bag. Normally I go, you have to be on Thursday's all ambassador call. Okay, you do. We have an all ambassador call on Thursday. I'm telling you today what's going to be announced on Thursday. How you like them apples, right? Like, I'm going to have some fun today. I'm not supposed to, but you know what? It's Sherry's birthday month. She's leaving for Dubai tomorrow. I'm doing it. Have you guys ever heard that sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission? So this is one of those moments, just so you know. And some of y'all that have been working with us for a little bit, you're going, oh man, here it goes. Guess what? What are they going to do? I might get in a little bit of trouble, but it's okay. So I'm going to show you a promo that we are doing for this wonderful month of March, which is going to be powerful. But let me explain something. For those of y'all that wait past today, you're going to miss out because there are people signing up tonight, tomorrow, Monday, to every day. And so what happens to people is that this is your friend. Oops. Your friend right here. And this right here is you. Unless you decide to wait. And this is what I was showing you earlier. But remember, your friend has two teams. So let's say this right here is Julie. When your friend brings a third person, they will go underneath you. Let's say it's Tony. And when they bring Billy, Billy goes right here. And then when they bring, and I'm not saying it has to be done exactly like 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm just giving you an example, but this is what it looks like. And you will benefit because Billy can help Julie go 5-5. Billy can help Julie go 10-10. Billy can be one of the ones that counts for Julie's 25-25, just so all of you know. So number one is get started. Lock in your position. Because once you start, then the only thing that matters is your business. Nothing else matters. Then we're going to help you build two teams. If you guys can see my screen, then all that matters is you down. That's it. We want to help you build your business. So number one, ladies and gentlemen, is to get started. Number two is who do you know? Who do you know? If you don't talk to the people that you know, somebody else will. The thing that people have the most fear of is inviting somebody to see this. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Fear is temporary. It is. Regret is permanent. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Viago is going to be the #1 lifestyle membership company in the world. And everywhere you go, you're going to see this green arrow off to the right. You're going to see it. It's going to become a brand. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can show you this. If you guys can see this, this is because if you look at Viago and we're showing everybody why is the arrow up to the right? We're showing everybody the right way to go, the right path, the right way for finances, the right way for health, the right way for lifestyle, the right way for spiritual, mental, physical, emotional growth. Like that's the fact. It's the right way. And so it's up and to the right, just so all of you know. But this is going to be a logo that's going to be everywhere. There are people that won't even listen. I'm going to tell y'all right now. It's funny. Sherry and I were talking before this Zoom, and she said that a friend of hers said something about Bitcoin. Okay, let me tell you right now. This is my Bitcoin story for all of you. I was consulting for a company in 2013, 2014, and the owner bounced 2 checks on me. It was $20,000 and $20,000. So the owner owed me $40,000. And he said, hey, Mazafar, I can't pay you, but can I pay you in Bitcoin? This is 2014. He wanted to pay me $40,000 in Bitcoin. Let me show you all something. This is what he wanted to pay me. He wanted to pay me $40,000 US in Bitcoin. At that time, Bitcoin dropped to $238 a coin. So he wanted to give me 167 BTC. And I told him, are you crazy? Like, you owe me 40 grand and you want to give me a coin that has dropped to $238. If I would have taken that today, it would be worth 16 million. Fear is temporary. Regret is permanent. Let me tell you all something. I will never buy Bitcoin. I don't even want to hear the word Bitcoin. I hope it falls on its face. I'm sorry if any of y'all have Bitcoin. I'm bitter. I'm so bitter towards, I have other cryptocurrencies, but I will never buy Bitcoin. I'm not going to have a Bitcoin. I don't even want to know the word bit. I don't even want bit. I don't want anything that rhymes with it, just so all of you know. Like, there's nothing that's going near this. Like, for me. Sherry was like, Muzaffar, I heard of that. I'm sitting there going, la, 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 la. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And that's my own personal story, just so all of you know. Listen, call me bitter. And that's a part of being Bitcoin, bitter. Like, that's me, just so everybody knows. I don't want that to happen to you when it comes to Club Viago. This will be number one. And years from now, there are people that are going to hear about it and they're going to go, la, 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 Viago. Don't even have the word go. I don't want to see line green. They're going to actually stop at traffic lights when it turns green because they're upset at the color green, because they're going to see us everywhere. There are people that are going to stop traveling because of Viago. I'm just letting you know, it's going to be big, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm telling you right now that fear is temporary. Regret is permanent. If you don't talk to the person that you know, somebody else will. Don't miss this opportunity. So many people go, Muzaffar, I tried something before and didn't have results. You know what? Me too. Me too. I'll give you one. I ate some food and threw up. It didn't stop me from eating. I have sneezed. It didn't stop me from breathing. I did get into a car accident. It hasn't stopped me from driving. I had some bad relationships in my life. It didn't stop me from marrying my best friend. If you go through life looking at your future based off of your past pain, you're never going to do anything. Stop pushing your pain forward. The point is really simple. If you tried something before and it didn't work, congratulations. That's happened to every successful person on the planet. Nobody woke up, came out of their mother's womb, and was successful every day for the rest of their life. We've all had challenges. We've all had learning lessons. And some people go, Muzaffar, well, you know, I've tried a couple companies. I invited my friends, and now if I show them this, they're going to say another one. And your answer is yes. It's the reason why we do life is another one. We try another one. That's life. You try another relationship. You try another restaurant. You try another car when your car fails. You try another bank. You try another cell phone company. You try, yes, another one. Yes, another one. Another one. Just so all of you know, another one. And be proud of another one. Because if you don't try another one, you die. Just letting you know. Do another one. And tell people, I'm not asking you to join. I'm asking you to look. If our friendship has any value, all you'll do is look for me. That's it. And if you, listen to this, if you like what I love, this is a powerful statement right here. If you like what I love, write it down. If you like what I love, we can be business partners. And if not, I pray, I hope that you will connect me with people that will help me jumpstart my business. Jumpstart my business. Who do you know? I would talk to every one of them. I want people to say no to me. You know why? Because if I don't talk to them, somebody else will. My biggest fear is not my no. My biggest fear is they're going to say yes to someone else. That's my biggest fear, is that my contact will say yes to somebody else. Somebody else in Viago or somebody else in another network marketing company. And I'm not here to say that they're bad, but I do believe we're the best. I believe we have the best membership, the best products, the best owners, the best partners, the best compensation plan, the best community, the best travel, the best, like the best. I believe we have the best. And if somebody says yes to someone else because I didn't call them, then that's my fault. So go for it. I made a list, and I'm telling all of you to do the same thing. Make a list. Make a list. I made a list of 500. And then what I did is that I circled my fastest yeses, which was 40 people. And those are the ones that I called. And what do I mean by fastest yeses? In my mind, I thought they were going to say yes. They didn't say yes. In my mind, I thought they were going to say yes. Out of 40, 17 said yes. This is my story. What is your story? We're going to help you build your story. Right now, it's the month of March, and I want to share something with you. Here's the promo, everybody, that's happening. Some of you that have been around for a while have heard of this before and didn't know if it's happening or if it's going to be happening in the month of March or what have you. But I want to share this with all of you, right? But how did Martin go 100 square in 4 months? How is everybody that's getting promoted gotten promoted? Is they've personally introduced people, personally recruited ambassadors, personally. Martin has personally introduced over 40 people in Africa. More pinpoint, it's not just Uganda. Martin's talking to people in different African countries, just so you know. And let me help some of you. Africa is a continent, not a country. It's a continent. There are several countries inside of Africa, and we can do business in a lot of them, and it's growing. Now, the membership requirements are a little lesser in Africa because of the economy. Same thing in Colombia, same thing in the Philippines. So there are some adjustments to the membership. There are some adjustments to the cost. And for those of y'all that are here from international countries, you'll see some adjustments. Anyways, personally recruited ambassadors. That's what Martin did, just so everyone understands, right? So let's move forward. What is happening? There's a contest called Triple Play. And everybody has been texting me going, is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? Yes. So I can't tell you who won in February. I can't do that one. Like that, I can't say. That has to be done on our all ambassador call. But we had some people in the lead. We had some people that were growing. We had some things that happened towards the end of this last week, right? So I'm just letting you know. So Triple Play is like this. First place will get a bonus of $3,000 US. That's the bonus. Unless the first place person does 20 points, then they will get it doubled. It will be 6,000 instead of 3,000. This will be made in 2 payments. Unless they do 30 points in Sherry's birthday month. This is Triple Play for Sherry's birthday month. Why do I keep writing it out? Because it makes my second mom happy. That's why. Called March. So I only know of March as Sherry's birthday month. That's what it is, right? So triple play for Sherry's birthday month. You know, she loves hearing that. Do you guys know that? It just makes her, I've known her for, gosh, going on 30 years. I've known of her, but we've had a really close family style relationship. And if something makes your mom happy, I hope you keep doing it. So anyways, so the triple play for Sherry's birthday month. There's another one, March, right? Here's what happens. First place, this is still only first place. If you do 30 points, your bonus will be tripled. That's why it's called triple play if you do 30 points, right? So this is going to be paid out in 3 payments, just so everybody knows. So I want to be very clear with this contest. This contest is amazing. Now, that's first place. Second place, second place is 1,500. Unless someone does 20 points, then it'll be doubled and tripled, right? Third place is 750. Fourth place is, it's either 400 or 500. Now I'm drawing a blank, but I'm just going to put 400 because if it's more than that, then you're fine. You'll be okay with it. Fifth place is 200. All right. So first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place. And anyone that does over 20 points or over 30 points, any of these will be doubled or tripled. All right. Now, how do you get these points? When somebody becomes a member at the 450 membership, this will give you 1 point towards the contest, towards triple play. Okay, 1 point towards triple play. So it's pretty simple. If you personally recruit 10 people, that's 10 points. So Sherry, my new friend, who's Sherry's friend, Ricky, did 9 in 1 day. That was 9 points immediately, right? So I just want you to understand, you don't have to do 9 in 1 day. Sherry's birthday month is really special because there's 31 days in this month, Sherry. I mean, God has a funny way. He just wants the extra day for Sherry, right? So here's, I mean, listen, hey, I got 31 in my month too, Sherry, in August, just so you know. But I've always talked about my birthday, August 7th. Like I've always talked about my birthday till I met Sherry and she was like, I got a birthday month. I was like, wow. Like she just claims it. It's awesome. All right. So 450 is 1. So let me show you how this would really work. If you, and I had a conversation with a young lady that's on here, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I had a conversation with a lady that's on here. And I said, listen, I said, if you do this and you go and get 30 points, because right now, most people that have been winning the contest, they've been winning it at 20, 21, 22, 25, 27. If you get 30 points, right? 30 points. Not only will you make the 9,000, this is my belief. I believe someone that does 30 will have a good shot of winning. Unless a few of you go, I'm going crazy, and then we've got a few of you battling at that point. But I'm just telling you what I've seen month over month over month. Most people have won the contest somewhere between 20 and the maximum I've seen in the last couple months was 27. So I believe 30, right? And these are personally recruited, personally, not team, personally. Just so all of you know, 30. Okay. So what does that equal? Well, you earn $100 a person that becomes a member because they're like, it's like a customer, but then when they become an ambassador, it's amazing, right? We don't get paid to recruit ambassadors. So I want to be clear on this. Even though you personally recruited ambassadors, We get paid our commissions on the membership. This is our product, the membership. We don't pay people to recruit people. We pay when people become a customer. The great thing is you can become a customer and an ambassador. The ambassador is only $49. We don't pay commissions on that because legally that's not allowed to do. But we can pay commissions on our product. Our product is our membership, which is brilliant. It's beautiful. Now, 30 times $100. So 30 members. And the commissions you earn is $100 per member. This is $3,000. You win the contest, you got another $9,000. Your total is $12,000. That's not including our team commissions, which is a whole nother compensation. And I don't need to go into that right now. I just want you to understand this contest that's starting today. And you have a full 31 days to run for this, starting today. I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't procrastinate. I'm telling you right now, $12,000 for some people could really change their financial situation now. So this is the contest. Now, can I show you how to accomplish this? I want to show you how you're going to accomplish this. And then, so there's two things I want to show you before we wrap up this training. One, I want to show you how to accomplish this. And two, I want to show you how to go silver ambassador. I want to show you how to go silver ambassador because minimums become maximums. Minimums become maximums. So I want everybody's minimum to increase. So let me show you how this works, ladies and gentlemen. It's really simple, right? So what I did is, number one, is I made a decision that I was going to finish this. That's number one. Number two, I wrote down my why. Why am I going to do this? So I wrote it down. Number three, I made my list. Okay. I made my list. And I told you, for me, it was 500. I put on a big board. And why am I pointing over there? Because that's where my board is, in my office. So I'm in my office right now. I put this big board up. I was at a beautiful, beautiful studio in Orange County, California. Jennifer, thank you for opening up and doing a phenomenal presentation with great people in Orange County. And I had the pleasure of being there with Sherry and Jennifer, and this studio was absolutely gorgeous. And Jennifer's partner, Robert, took me to his office inside the studio. Man, this dude's office, I thought my whiteboard was nice. This dude had a whiteboard wall. He had a whiteboard wall. And I'm sitting there going, man, what am I doing? I need a whiteboard wall. I just got to be careful because when I started putting whiteboards up all over my office, my wife lost her mind. She was like, you turned our beautiful office into a war room. And I said, because I'm going to work, baby. Like, that was me, right? And so wait till you meet my wife. She's going to tell you that I'm crazy. Like, I really am. And it's okay. A little crazy is healthy. So Robert opened my eyes, man. When, like, Jennifer, tell him thank you. I don't think my wife will say thank you to him, but I want a whiteboard wall is what I want. Anyways, so I made a list of 500 on my whiteboard. And by the way, when you get a whiteboard, please use a dry erase marker, not this one right here. This is a permanent. See, permanent. I made the mistake of writing on a whiteboard with a permanent, and it did not erase. Then it was there forever. So get a dry erase. And then what I did is I started looking at the names, and they look like this on the whiteboard, right? I made this list that looked like this, just like this. And then what I did was I started having these conversations in my head. And the first one was my best friend, Juan. And I knew he was going to say yes. Like, I just had the conversation. I was like, Juan, listen, we're doing this. Like, you and me, we're going to travel the world. We're going to make money. We're going to have fun. He gave me for my birthday. If you guys have ever seen the movie Bad Boys, that's our personalities, me and Juan. Like, I'm Mike Lowry. He's Marcus Burnett. Like, that's been us two forever since the movie came out. And, you know, we've always said we ride together, we die together. That if you have a best friend, like it's my best friend. And he was like, here's my credit card. Like, sign me up. He's literally like, this is me. This is Juan. This is exactly how it looks, just so you know. And I'm so proud of that. And I'm so happy for that. Listen, if you have a best friend and they don't join, it's okay. They still love you. They still love you. But for me, I made my best friend join. I mean, that's my best friend. You can't sit here and say we ride together, we die together and not sign up, man. Like, you can't say those words, just so all of you know. So I went through this and I circled 40 that I thought were going to say yes. And I really did. Listen, and you may not have 40. It's okay. Maybe you'll have 10. Maybe you'll have 5. Maybe you'll have, but the first calls to me were going to be low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. Now, I wasn't looking for the rotten fruit on the ground. That's not what I mean. I mean actual good fruit that's hanging low on the tree that I can reach and pick. That's still great fruit. I'm not looking for the negative person. I'm not looking for, like, I'm going to go talk to people that I want to be in business with, that I want to travel with, that I want to have fun with, that I want to talk to every day, every other day. Like, do you know how much I love talking to Sherry Sharman on a daily basis? It makes me smile. It makes my wife happy. Like, my wife can't wait to come into the office and she's like, is Sherry on? Yes, she's on. And she pops in and they smile and they hug each other through Zoom. Like, I love being around her. I love being around Soda. Like, I just do. Like, he is 6'7", but he's like the gentle giant. Like, the dude is like all heart. I don't know if there's anything else in that 6'7" frame of his. It's all heart. Like, I love being around good people, just so you guys know, right? So who do you want to be around? Just so let's just make this clear. We're going to have fun. We're going to travel the world. If I gave you 2 tickets to Dubai tomorrow and said, here's a flight for you and a flight for, let's say I gave you 5. Here's a flight for you and 5 flights for 5 people that you love, who would you call? And if those are people that you would give a free ticket to Dubai or to the Bahamas or to Bora Bora, if you've never been to Bora Bora, Google it. It was one of my best vacations ever. I stayed at the Four Seasons with my wife and my daughters. My youngest daughter was 3 months old. My oldest daughter was just 2 years old. And we went to Bora Bora at the Four Seasons. I just want you to understand that live life. But let me go back to my question. If I gave you 5 free tickets, who would you give it to? Who would you give it to? Right? I'm telling you right now that it's like, I heard this quote and this really woke me up. Some people are giving free rides to people that would never push your car if you were in need. Think about that statement for a second. When I sit back and think about the people that I care about, it would be the people that would push my car if something happened. Those are the people that I'm calling first. Those are the people that I want. That if something like, you know, and some people go, well, I don't have a lot of those friendships or what have you. It's okay. You have them now in this community, which is good. Number 2, I'll tell you this. Start introducing people. Some of your best friends will come from this business and they won't be people that you know. It will be someone that you met through someone. Through someone. Truth be told, do you know how I met Sherry? I saw her on stage at a big event, but I didn't meet her. But I met her through a person that I will never be friends with again. Think about that one. I met a lady that changed my life through somebody that I won't be friends with, and that's okay. But look what it led me to, a lady that's impacted and changed my life. Sometimes somebody's going to introduce you to someone that will introduce you to someone that'll become your best friend. You don't know who you know knows. Some of you are going to meet like Shar. She met the love of her life because somebody introduced somebody that introduced Shar, and that, however it worked. This business is more than money. Lives are going to change. I promise you that much. Start with a list. And if you don't have close friends like me and Juan, it's okay. Introduce people. Here's the best advice I'm going to give you right now. If somebody does this, you introduce them to Viago. Ready? If they do one thing, introduce them to Viago. If they don't do this, don't introduce them. How about that? If they do one thing, introduce them and let them make a decision on their own. But if they don't do this one thing, do not introduce them. Ready? If they breathe, introduce them. If they don't breathe, don't introduce them. Like for some people, you don't know who to introduce. Look for ones that breathe. Start with that. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to keep it simple. But there's so many different walks of life. It's like when I say something, some people go, well, that doesn't apply to me. That doesn't apply to me. That doesn't apply to me. This applies to you. How about that? This applies to everyone, right? So number four is the invite, right? This is something that you're going to get good at. Inviting. If you don't talk to the people that you know, and you're going to practice this, right? Inviting. And I would call people, inviting is not presenting. Inviting, I don't invite people and go, hey, listen, let me tell you about this membership, and it's $450 and then it's $99 a month. But if you introduce 6, then your membership is free. And then here's what happens. And by the way, this is what I'm going to show you is, and now you're going into, well, there's travel, well, there's a website, well, there's VIP escapes, well, there's oh my God, there's telemed, and then there's this daily savings, and you can save on your car insurance. And you can say, listen, I'm telling you right now, is be really good at being the movie trailer, not the movie. Hey, that's a good analogy for my new friend, Jennifer Murphy, by the way. I hope she likes that one. That one's for you, Jen, just so you know, right? Be good at being the trailer, not the movie. Stop telling people the movie. Let the movie tell the movie. Let the movie give the sound that like the dun 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 dun, like that whole, like let the movie do that. That's the presentation. The presentation is the movie. Let the movie have the effects and the climax and all of that. Let the movie have that. You be the trailer. You get people to watch the movie. Write this down. Less is more. Less is more. If you want to become really successful, get good at inviting. I'm telling you right now, this is what you want to get good at. Number 5, we will present for you. This is the movie. We will do this for you. So every week, we do Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Outside of this, we have a video. Outside of this, we have a PowerPoint. You can get all of this information on this website. Elite Synergy System.com. It's all one word. EliteSynergySystem.com. You can download the PowerPoint. You can like everything is on this website for you. Everything is here. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, we do this presentation. Now we're going to be adding, when Sherry gets back from Dubai, we're going to be adding a second presentation on Mondays and Wednesdays for the East Coast, because we're getting a big East Coast team started and they need the presentation to be a little earlier. So we're going to be adding a second one. So there will be 2 on Mondays, 2 on Wednesdays, and 1 on Saturdays. And then it's going to grow from there, because there are more people that are going to be presenting. Listen, I know when this young lady, Jennifer Murphy, goes crazy, she's going to be a presenter. I know other people are going to be presenters. I know Ricky's going to be presenting. I know Stevie's going to be presenting. I know so many of you are going to be presenting. So we're going to have more and more and more. Now, there are other presentations. We have other leaders. Right now, there's other presentations happening while I'm doing this one. By the way, this is not the only presentation in Viago at this moment. This one was just started up because Sherry was like, we need a system for our team. And then she opened it to everybody. She said, Muzaffar, I don't care who's on whose team. We'll invite everybody. And so there are people that this timing works for them, right? Number six is to close and follow up. We will help you with that. And number 7 is training. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about today, right? So, I told y'all I would help you figure out silver. Before I go into training, before I wrap up with training, let me just tell you one thing, okay? Bronze, a bronze ambassador, we want you walking across stage in Atlanta. So the big event is in Atlanta. Mark this in your calendars, May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, okay, in Atlanta. I want all of you to at least be a bronze, where you have 5 left and 5 right. 5 left and 5 right. I want all of you to be there. Okay. The next one is silver. This equals $50 a month. It's a good place to start, and that's okay. But we want all of you at $200 a month residual. A residual dollar is better than a regular dollar. 10 left, 10 right, and you're a silver ambassador. How do you get to 10 left and 10 right? So this right here is you. When you sign up your first person, right? So let's say, for example, that this right here was, let's say this is Cheryl. And Cheryl signs up her friend, right? And let's say her friend is Willie. Willie's a friend of mine that's on here. He's a great, great guy, by the way. So let's say Cheryl signs up Willie. Right. And Willie, this is how I would go bronze, ladies and gentlemen. My goal would be for Willie to get his 6. Everybody that joins, my goal is to help them get their 6. So I would help Willie do what? I would help Willie go, hey, listen, we need to make a decision that you're going to finish your 6. This doesn't have to be a big decision. Finish something. You're going to finish. If the first decision is you're going to finish your 6, then you know what, Willie, we're going to help you. Why are you going to finish your 6? Well, I want my membership free, Muzaffar. Awesome. Willie, we're going to put a list together. Willie, we're going to circle your fastest yeses. I'm going to teach you how to invite, and I will present for you. And we help Willie get some people signed up. Then Cheryl signs up her friend, Julie. Same thing. We're going to help Julie make a decision to get her 6. And that's what we're going to do. And for every person, and then Cheryl signs up her friend, Tina. Guess what we're going to do with Tina? We're going to help Tina get her 6. If everybody that joins, you drive them to get their 6, and you drive them to get their 6, we can help you get to 10-10 by the end of Sherry's birthday month. I really believe that we can. I really do. It's going to be presentation after presentation after presentation. It's going to be list after list after list. But I believe everybody on here can finish silver. I really do. I think this could be a record-breaking month for all of you. And we can help you finish 10-10. Because then guess what? In Atlanta, you're going to go up for bronze and you're going to go up for silver. So my best invite conversation, great question, Gemma. My best invite conversation. And normally I don't get a chance to see all the conversations that are happening. Normally Sherry's answering and other people are answering. It just popped up on my screen. And so I'll say this. And when I make a list, right, and everybody is different. There are people that I look up to, and those are people that I'd sit there and say this, hey, listen, I just saw a company. So if I was you, Gemma, for example, I'd say, listen, I just saw a business through my friend Jennifer. And you know how she's connected to everybody. I saw something that a couple of individuals that built a couple billion-dollar companies that have put together, and they've already pre-launched, they've already gone to launch. I fell in love with it, and we're going to be able to travel the world, have fun, and you need to see this. That's a conversation with a friend. If it's somebody I look up to, I would sit there and say, listen, I saw a company that through a friend of mine that a couple of business people put together that have done billions in their last company, that have put this project together. I'd love to get your opinion. Someone that you look up to, ask them for their opinion. Go, listen, I'd love to get your opinion on something. And I always tell them one of two things are going to happen. Once you see what I'm going to show you, either you're going to like what I love and we can talk about being partners, or number two, I know you're very successful, and with the contacts you have, you can help me get a jump start to my business, because my business is not where yours is at. It's what I'd say to someone I look up to. To someone that I'm really close to, I would sit there and say, hey, same thing. I'd add the credibility that I saw this through a friend, and my friend is connected to a lot of people. And it's, and she connected me to a company that pre-launched in July, launched in October. And this company, the partners, their last businesses did billions, and they've officially launched. They're in 40 countries. And you know what? You're my best friend. We're going to travel the world together. We're going to have fun. You need to see this. If someone close to you, someone that looks up to you, Gemma, and you have people that look up to you, those are the ones that call you and go, hey, Gemma, where are you going this weekend? It's Saturday night. What are you doing? Hey, Gemma, what? Hey, Gemma. Hey, Gemma. Those people, I would tell them what to do. I'd sit there and say, listen, I found something. It's going to change your life, and you need to see it. And you can have that conversation with people that look up to you. But remember that it's not how you see them, it's how you understand how they see you. It has to be how they see you. And Sherry knows, I look up to Sherry, and she knows I do. So if Sherry called me and said, Muzaffar, I found something that's going to change your life, I would get on a call just because, right? My friend, my best friend, Juan, I don't look up to Juan. I love Juan. That's my best friend. And if he said, listen, he has to add credibility though. Even though I trust him with my life, it's always nice to hear some sort of credibility. So if he added that these business partners came together and their last companies did billions in revenue, they've pre-launched a project that recently launched and it's in 40 countries, that's credibility for me. And we're going to travel together. We're going to have fun. And I want you to see this. Bam. So in people that I look up to, there has to be credibility. If it's someone I look up to, I've got to tell them something credible, and I have to ask for their opinion. Tell them something credible and ask for their opinion. Hopefully that helps. Okay, great question. Lastly is training, ladies and gentlemen, is training. The training is March 8th. Okay, March 8th is our regional. So I want to share this with all of you. March 8th is our regional. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay. I was like, man, my mouse is going all over the place. Hold on a second. Let me show you. This is elitesynergysystem.com. So I know I got to share my screen. Everybody hold tight. Share my screen, right? So this is Elite Synergy System right here. When you go here and you click on training, right? And you see home, regional events, right? The details of, so regional events is in 5 days, 21 hours, 47 minutes, and 40 seconds. So you click on this. Here are all the regionals. So this is a list of all of them. Akron, Atlanta, Bloomington, Minnesota, Chicago, Concord, which is in North Carolina, the DMV, which is in Maryland, Newark, Oklahoma City, Phoenix, San Antonio, and Tampa. So wherever is within driving distance of you, which should be something for everyone, go to that one. And then you can look at what trainer is going to be there. This is Michelle. She is going to be in Akron. This is Ben. And then we have an assistant trainer with all of them. So the lead trainer and the assistant trainer, Atlanta, Bloomington, Minnesota, Jeff Balf, Chicago. I know that guy right there. This is Concord, and so on and so forth, right? These are all the trainers. It's going to be amazing. This is Tampa. So these are all here for March 8th. Get to the regional March 8th. Bring people. Then we will do a run from March 8th until Atlanta. Hopefully this helped all of you today. Sherry, is there anything you want to add? It's the start of your birthday month. You're headed to Dubai tomorrow. I would love for you to help wrap up this training.
Oh, thank you. And I love when you do the game plan, and especially having the triple play. I mean, there's some money on the table, and that's something for everybody that's on here. It's a fresh start. Right now, it's you're not coming in the middle of the month. You're coming right at the beginning, and lay out your game plan. Put together your list. Circle exactly what Muzaffar was saying. Circle, which ones are the low-hanging fruit. And I just want to let everyone know, when I made my very first list when I got started, my top 10 people that I had on the list that I thought were for sure going to say yes, all said no to me. The first one was my mom. And that was really, at that time, I was so driven to be able to become successful, in the sense that, I didn't even hear no. I just heard not now. Because you don't know what's going on in people's lives. It may just not be the right timing. I saw my good friend Helen, who's on this call, who's also a pastor and just an amazing person. We did a call for one of her friends who's in real estate. She loves it, but it's just not the right timing for her. So we actually sent her a video to watch, and just are being patient with her. So don't just cross them off your list. I actually have a wall mine is a mirror, huge wall with all these sticky notes on it, that I write every one of my prospects of people that I think about, or if I see somebody that likes something on one of my posts, I put their name on a little sticky note, and I have lots of them, just so you guys know, and they're all the different colors, and I put them up on the wall. And if somebody says no, I have a list on the end that is my not now. And that is my motivation. Because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to them in 3 months, 6 months, and just check in with them and see how they are. Because life changes constantly. It might be now is the right time. And especially after I post a bunch of pictures from Dubai for all my friends to see. And I have a lot of people on this call that says, I'm reposting your pictures too, because I'm going to be on the next one. We're going with 400 friends to Dubai. We're going to have the time of our lives, and we want you to be able to experience. I love what Jennifer Murphy says. It's a travel savings account. Most people don't travel because they don't have the money. They'll find the time if they had the money. And that is something that we want to help you have both. We want you to have not only the money to be able to travel with us, and also the time to be able to do it. And then the greatest part of it is helping others to be able to do the same. So thank you, Muzaffar. Thank you, everybody that was on the call. I know it's Saturday, and I know that there's a million things you could be doing, but just jumping on and getting this information, you got a fast start, because triple play is in play. So let's go to work. Let's make it happen. And I'm going to be getting on the Monday night call, so from Dubai. So don't, I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning there to be on this call, because it's 12 hours difference, and I'm going to be there. So build for it. I'll be doing the call from Dubai. Guess where my energy is going to be? Way off the chart. So thank you all. Have a great weekend. God bless, and we'll see you at the top. Bye, everyone.